I watched Gilmore Girls in the worst possible moment of my life. But before we start, spoiler alert, I will mention some points from the show and the revival, so if you haven't watched it and you care about spoilers, well, keep that in mind if you continue watching. For a bit of context, exactly a year ago, I started my last semester of college, and at the same time, I started watching Gilmore Girls. And to be honest, I didn't have any context of the show back then. I just knew, like, it was this aesthetic and many girlies comfort show, and I actually recall some YouTube recommendations of videos like how to be like Rory Gilmore, how to read like Rory Gilmore, how to study like Rory Gilmore, and I was like, wow, okay, well, this Rory Gilmore must be an icon. I had as well my main character moment, just like Rory, when I graduated from college, but to be honest, internal me was this. Let's discuss a bit Rory's downfall, and if you watched the show already, then you know that Rory went from being this perfect girl with perfect notes and even being told that she was perfect to not having anything, money, job. She was aspiring for the best and she ended up with nothing. And there was me, 21-year-old girl about to graduate from college and be thrown to life without knowing exactly what to do next. What was I supposed to do now? Post-grad crisis hit way too hard, and on top of that, you had another life crisis caused by a show? No. I also recall Rory's and Jess scene in the revival show when Rory's telling Jess that she doesn't have a car or an apartment or underwear, nor the money to buy underwear. And of course, this is funny, but it made me realize that life can change a lot and it can get hard. So, yeah, I ended up being anxious about my life. Slump lasted about 6 months, and I actually want to make another video on this, like what were the things that helped me to get out of it and stuff like that, just my experience, and maybe I'll do that. But anyway, getting back to topic, at the end of the original show, we're left knowing that Rory's going to be part of this amazing journalism project, and it's a huge opportunity for her. And then in the revival, we discover that everything went down and it didn't work out for her, just like that. With a cliffhanger at the end, and just telling Rory to read a book, I really hope there's some light for Rory and her development, her character. There's a lot of people and fans who say that Rory is going to repeat Lorelai's story because it's a cycle. Even then, what I want to take away from it is that somehow things will work out for you, but of course you have to give your best efforts so that happens. I love the show, I really do. I watch some episodes every now and then, but sticking to the academic / professional life of Rory, it really scared me to think about me experiencing what Rory experienced, because it could have happened. It did. To think I would never find out what I'm really passionate about, and what if I become what I fear the most? What do I do then? What if I fail? But my fears stopped me from moving, whatever the perspective you see it from. It stopped me from moving, from trying, from learning, from growing. I think this is a good opportunity to say the quote of this week, or this video, or today. And the quote is, don't see obstacles, but rather see the opportunities. I know it's easier to see the negative side of things, but just try to focus the perspective. Just saying something like, okay, this problem happened, but what can I do about it? What can I do now? It's happened already, it's done. So what can I do now? How can I solve it? How can I improve this? I think it's a bit funny, all of this, because now that I've done this introspective reflection, I realized maybe it wasn't the worst moment, but actually the best one to watch the show, because of course it caused me anxiety and it boosted my fear of failure, but it also kind of impulsed me to avoid listening to my fears and just keep moving forward. I have New York as my background. Manifesting.